Indeed, the Senate has handled so many impeachment proceedings in relation to the offices of governors and deputy governors. And more importantly, that this Senate has been a great contributor in establishing the jurisprudence revolving around the impeachment process in the Republic of Kenya. Many of the cases that have gone for determination in our system of courts, High Courts, Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court have involved the participation of the Senate. So as we address you today, we are not addressing a chamber that is dealing with a novel idea. Indeed, by dint of Article 10 of the Constitution, which requires all state organs and state officers to make any decisions or apply the law and the Constitution, they are required to apply the Constitution of the Republic of Kenya. That is by dint of Article 1, Article 10, Sub-Article 1. So it should not be lost to anybody that the application of the Constitution in decision-making is entirely in the province of the courts. This Senate, on this particular issue, you are seized of this matter. It is an exclusive jurisdiction that is granted to the Senate to undertake a trial for the impeachment and removal of a deputy governor or our governor or deputy president or president. This is an exclusive jurisdiction that even the courts have spoken about many times. The courts can intervene in limited and justified occasions that merit their intervention. But it should never be lost that this is the trial court, if I may put it that way. And we also come here knowing that the Senate now is a repository of the law in regard to impeachment. All the cases involving the impeachment of governors and deputy governors that have gone to the court have involved the participation of the Senate. So if ever we are to talk about a repository of the law regarding removal of state officers by way of impeachment, it is the Senate. And it should not be lost historically from comparative studies of various jurisdictions why this role in our constitutional design was left to the Senate. It was a decision by the framers of our Constitution that this should be an exclusive matter to be dealt by the Senate. Having said that, I was advised by the leadership of our National Assembly, who are clients, to read a certain passage from the Bible. I think I have a copy here. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I had to carry this particular Bible. I was so advised. And this is, I read the Bible a lot to myself, but never in this kind of occasion. And this is in the book of Exodus 22, verse 22 and 23. And I'll read both the St. James Version, which is the one I prefer because of the language, and from the Living Bible, which is in English is more appropriate. And I read, that is from the King James Version. Ye shall not afflict any widow or fatherless child, and my wrath shall wax hot, and I will kill you with the sword, and your wives shall be widows, and your children fatherless. From the Living Bible Version, it reads as follows. The language is a little bit more palatable. You must not oppress, or you must not exploit widows or orphans. If you do so in any way, and they cry to me for my help, I shall surely give it, and my anger shall flame out against you, and I will kill you with enemy armies, so that your wives will be widows and your children fatherless. This is the Lord of the Old Testament. Now, I will come back to this matter later. But for now, I want to walk a constitutional journey with the Senate in giving a panoramic view of what our constitutional order is in regard to the office of the president and the deputy president. Under the old constitution, we had no provisions like the ones we have in this constitution. But this constitution, and I want to persuade the Honorable Senate, that it does not just address rights as contemplated in the Bill of Rights, but it also addresses fears. Fears out of a long struggle and experience of the people of Kenya. And in the Kenyan people having given themselves this constitution, they were addressing rights and fears, and more importantly, they wanted to establish a system of government that can work. And with that, I want to take the Senate to Article 75 of the Constitution, just to draw the attention of the House of the seriousness of the matter we are dealing with, which is provisions in relation to oath of office of state officers. 74. Before assuming office, before assuming a state office, acting in a state office, or performing any functions of the state office, a person shall take and subscribe the oath or